Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
We were having a discussion today about rebirth. About rebirth.
Yeah.
And the difference between rebirth and reincarnation. Is there a difference?
Really speaking, it isn't rebirth. It's birth dependent on. However, it's birth dependent on the previous karma, on the karma.
Yes, that's true.
But it is not something which goes from here to there. Because what rebirth is concerned with is the five khandhas. What is concerned with the five khandhas, you have to have something there of the khandhas which goes on like this. But that doesn't. Nothing which goes on. Khandhas die completely, all of them. But the chitta doesn't die. The chitta isn't involved in rebirth in the sense that it's reborn. It isn't. It's just a continuum. But the thing is that because of our vichara, we don't see that. And because of our vichara, when we come to time of death, there's a terrific wanting to live. So grasp. And we grasp another life. And the grasping comes from the Chaitanya, which is so set up by the kilesas, also by the karma. Karma of that person makes them want to live. And making one want to live involves the kilesas. Must have the kilesas. And so they grasp. And as all the practicing bhikkhus say, they're not afraid of death, they're afraid of rebirth. Because they don't know where they can go.
So it's a chitta that grasps another five khandhas.
It's in the chitta, yes. It's the working of the chitta, associated with karma and the kilesas.
So you don't actually call it a soul. This person's.
Yes. What arises from that is something new. But the khandhas, the kilesas go on, and the khandhas go on. They're factors of the chitta.
So whatever kilesas that you may have managed to
they survive.
Reduce or subdue, you would carry on to the next birth?
They carry on, but you never know, because kilesa, because the karma that one has, it can go and jump to any place of karma where there's karma. It hasn't actually come to fruition, and it can be karma immediately from the previous environment, or from 1,000 years ago. We just don't know. We have to develop the panya. Seeing the body's part of it. Also seeing the nature, the change, getting old.
Is that what you were saying yesterday about just allowing the chitta to be free and come up with its own?
Yes, one must. Yes.
But it's that you have to have a certain amount of samadhi to get there, to allow that.
No. What's necessary? You must have enough samadhi to prevent the whirling thoughts cause trouble. They need to be stopped, really. But to see the chitta like that is, if one leaves it free, it'll go to where it's necessary, where it's automatic. automatically goes in the right place. If one tries to do it for oneself, usually it goes all wrong. Because the self has kilesas involved with it. And the aim of this, I mean, seeing the body change into an old body like that, it shows up the impermanence of everything in nature. And this is one of the things that's very important.
So is that just something that would happen to anyone if they're getting to a certain level of samadhi, or is it certain personalities or certain people who practice that?
It's typical, but it doesn't happen the same way for everyone. It's the sort of thing that happens. And to see it like that is very valuable. Very. When it's seen like that, it goes in quite deep too, because one hasn't tried to do it, it's come up automatically. So it's an affair of the chitta. It goes into the chitta. Also, you can see how this sort of thing, when one sees like that, it shows up the hollowness of the world.
It shows up.
The hollowness of the world. How the whole world's empty.
Yeah.
There's nothing really substantial in it at all. It's all just coming and going.
So when you say from there to go on to develop Panya, you then...
Well, that is Panya. When one starts thinking like that, that is the Panya. But one mustn't think that Samadhi and Panya have got two distinct... There's a boundary there where it turns. It isn't like that. The Samadhi and the Panya, in fact the skill is to have the Samadhi and the Panya there together. And if one can do that works very well. It's really powerful.
I was reading the Ajahn Maha or the biography, just a couple of pages at the beginning, and it said that he had powers to communicate with the Deva realm and the Naga realm and the spirit realm.
Yes.
Is that a very unusual ability, or would most people who became enlightened have that?
I don't really know, but I would guess that the majority of who gain enlightenment, I'd say you'd get about 50% maybe have been able to do that.
Right. The reason I asked was because we have this lady called Mother Mahavira in Melbourne.
Yes.
She's an association called the Infinite Wisdom Society, which is a branch in the US.
Yes.
And she often talks about the Naga realm and the Deva realm and what goes on.
Oh yes.
And she's very believable in the way she talks about it.
Yes.
She lives a very simple life, and she looks like she lives 10 precepts at least. And she's curious.
Yes, she is. Quite a lot of people like that can contact the Deva realm. Much fewer can get up to the Brahma realms, the higher realms. But the whole lot one has to realize is all samsara. It's all samsara. It's all impermanent, changing.
Understanding of reincarnation was the Hindu idea that the soul is reincarnated in a different form.
Yes.
And that was the discussion this morning, where she said that the reincarnation is the same as revered, and that in Buddhism there is a soul.
It's the chitta. The trouble with the word soul is that nobody knows what it means.
Yes, but in the Christian sense, soul is a permanent entity, isn't it?
I think so. I'm not sure. But that's not the way in Buddhism.
The chitta is one of the 5 khandhas.
No. Not the 5 khandhas. The 5 khandhas are all connected with the world. Chitta is not. Chitta doesn't die. The chitta is the fundamental, really, you can say, the pure chitta is fundamentally what we should all be. That's the arahant, pure chitta.
So what happens at the time of death of an arahant?
It's something which nobody can say. There's no concept, because the nature of samsara is impermanence. Everything is impermanent. There's nothing static at all. And impermanence means that you can't find any real thing, because there's nothing that remains. Even for a moment, it's all changing. Whereas nibbana is not impermanent. Nor can you say it's permanent. Both don't apply. All the categories don't apply to nibbana. And because of that, what happens to the arahant after death is something that's completely beyond the world. The world can't understand. But it's something that the people who get there, they say, of course, it must be like that. There's no other way. It's the truth.
I'm a little bit confused. Could you explain a little bit more about what the chitta is?
What it is, it's the one who knows. You can only go by its characteristics. And it's the one who knows all the time. Knowing is the nature of the chitta, but it doesn't mean to say one always knows rightly. One only knows rightly if one's got purity. But the nature of knowing, the chitta, when vijnana is presented with an object, then the chitta joins up and becomes vijnana. Vijnana, I take it, means dualistic, goes dualistic, because it means we is to divide, and jnana, divide in knowing. Which means the chitta becomes two, the objects and the subjects. And because it's that nature, and it's impermanent, this is in samsara, immediately, and has to come up again, and immediately disappear, again. Whole things changing all the time. But when it reverts back to the chitta, the pure chitta, then that change doesn't take place like that.
So in the Satipatthana, when you do Chittanapassana, is that what is arising in the chitta, the watching?
Oh, one must understand the Satipatthana, the whole of that, in fact the whole of the teaching of the Buddha is method. It's a method of leading to Nibbana. And the whole of the teaching of the Buddha is not lokutra. It's not beyond the world. Because to go beyond the world is to go beyond what people in the world understand. So it would be no use. And so the Buddha was clever, and he saw that you've got to give them give people something they can work on, something they can really do. And so he taught the doctrine of having the view with a view. And that view is the view of, it's the right view leading to Nibbana. But it's not, you must never think that what the Buddha taught is absolutely true. It's not absolute. The absolute you can't say anything about. It's way beyond. It's like the nature, the arahant say the nature of the pure chitta is emptiness. Meaning it's empty of all this, empty of the world. But what's empty of the world, we can't imagine what it is. We don't know. It goes beyond. And the purpose is to get beyond, and it's as though they say that they're telling us that is what we should all be. That's the right state. This state we're in now is muddled up and sort of caught up with all sorts of wrong things, wrong ways.
We all have the pure chitta, it's just that it's clouded by the ten defilements.
No, we can't call it the pure chitta then, because there's not two chittas. If you had the pure chitta and the defiled chitta, you'd have to have two. You can't be like that. The defiled chitta is the one that does all the work with the world and sort of messing about, as most people do. But when you destroy the kilesas, that chitta goes pure.
Right.
And it's easy to do the same.
Yes.
So happens. But pure chitta doesn't exist separately at all. When I get close to the theme of Nibbana, it gets difficult to work with it, because what we're used to is a world where words have logical meanings.
I'll see if I can talk to you.
It becomes difficult when you get near that, because it makes it emptiness, empty of the world, and because it's empty of the world, one's got nothing to pin on at all. One thinks what freedom means, or complete freedom. It means no limits, no boundaries, nothing that you can't be or can be. It's something you can't imagine. Really, the whole of that, the only way is to get there. One can. It's hard work.
Yes. What is it that, is it just laziness or
These kilesas.
that stops us?
It's the kilesas. The kilesas, and the kilesas are set up by karma. It's a sort of vicious circle. So we get kilesas, and kilesas, because kilesas are there, they give rise to bad karma. Because it's their bad karma, that increases the kilesas. So it's going around all the time. And the aim is to break them.
So you need to have a great desire that you're almost battling against your own
Yeah, the thing is that we've got to see that we've all got to try and let go of our attachments. The attachments are the thing that hold us. And the attachments come from wanting, from tanha. And those attachments keep going on and keep us going. And we see that the nature of feeling is very important. Feeling is a result from karma. Feeling is not karma in itself. It's a result.
Pleasant, unpleasant. Pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral. Pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral.
Pleasant?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. Oh, pleasant and unpleasant, yes. Although the feelings are there's infinite variety.
Yes.
But there's sort of trace the major divisions. And feeling is very important, but it's a result of the past. But because of that result, when unpleasant feeling comes up from bad karma, there is a tendency to react with trying to stop the feeling and turn it into a pleasant feeling. But because of that, one then has a desire to stop it. So one does things based on greed or hate or delusion. They're trying to stop that feeling. And that reaction is karma. That's the karma that people make. And that karma, if they go that way, tends to produce a future situation almost exactly like it came up here. Came up in the first place. In other words, the feeling arose because of bad karma. What one had done in the past. And the karma gives rise to a reaction which makes them do something very similar to what one did in the past. So it goes on, often getting worse.
So it's mindfulness to prevent the feeling.
Not to prevent the feeling, no, to prevent that reaction. The reaction is the important. Yes. Mindfulness can watch the feeling, be aware of it. It comes rather to, what one has to say is, one looks inside. If for instance, a feeling of anger starts to come up, feeling that gives rise to anger, then if one's trained oneself, one has a sort of red flag that comes up inside. Like a red flag that comes up, warning flag. And then one stops and looks at the feeling.
But isn't the anger in itself also a negative karma?
No, if one looks at the feeling's not negative karma, and the looking is not negative karma. The anger really only comes about when the reaction takes place. Right. That's the anger. But we call it an angry feeling because it gives rise to that reaction.
Yeah.
The feeling's just neutral. It's unpleasant. But it's neutral in the sense that it doesn't actually do anything. It's we who actually react to it, dislike it.
Is that why what one person labels as a pleasant feeling would be different to another person's opinion because it's a common.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to compare feelings or in almost anything between two people.
Yeah.
I mean, we say, suppose you say that you something cut you, or you said it's sharp, like a hot iron going in. But it's not like a hot iron. It's only an expression, a way of trying to show the other person something that he's experienced, which he can compare with what one's experiencing. And we never know whether it's the same or not. But this business of the feeling coming up and giving rise to anger, it is important. Very important, because in the world it happens time after time after time. People get anger coming up, they give way to anger. Really the reaction is the giving way to that feeling. Instead of saying, this feeling is my own fault, I created it, and so I must put up with the unpleasantness. If a person says like that, then that karma steadily goes less and less and less, because there's no reaction.
If you watch anger, however bad it is, you still...
However bad that feeling is, that feeling can be very bad if one's prepared to watch it and put up with it without reacting, without giving way to any expressions, any speech, any thought, speech or action of anger. Then it dies away. And to that extent the karma is less. It will come up again, but it won't be as strong. And if one does that steadily over a period of time, that karma will go completely.
Thank you, that's very helpful.
Good. Think about it, but you've got the two things, the feeling and the reaction to it, which is tanha, craving.
Is it sometimes hard to differentiate the feeling going into anger? Is that about mindfulness?
It goes in so quick.
Yes.
Normally you can't catch it, but the thing to do is, usually a person, if they try to do this, they forget, and they give way to the usual reaction. But then, if they've been thinking about this, they'll suddenly realize, oh, I should have stopped it. And if they do this several times, it becomes closer and closer to the time when you can catch it. Once you learn to catch it, then one can steadily get rid of it. Nowadays anger is an important one, but there's also greed. Greed can go in a very, very similar way. Because of unpleasant feeling, the person looks for something to placate the feeling. For instance, somebody feels bored, they say, oh, I'm going to come and have a drink of beer or something. That's the same thing really. And the results are equally bad in their way.
What do you think of neutral feeling? I read or heard somewhere that arises from delusion.
I would doubt that. I'm not sure. But neutral feeling is usually not even noticed. Not noticed. Yeah. Because the body is set up in such a way that it's capable of noticing pleasant feeling and painful feeling, mainly painful. If there's neutral feeling, the mind doesn't stick on. It doesn't give you much object to stick on. So neutral feelings are usually very weak. The nature of delusion is very difficult to overcome. The first way of overcoming the delusion is overcome greed and hate. Those are two main ones that come out from it, the strong ones. And they are the two arms of delusion, the active ones. The delusion is much more passive, and it involves many things, but the very important ones are ones one learns when one is very young. When one is very young, one learns all sorts of things, and one was in no state to criticize or to consider whether they're true or whether they're right. And because it was when the mind was in a sort of yielding, soft state, it goes in very deep, very strong. And that can remain with a person throughout their life, quite easily. And there's a lot of delusion in what one learns, a great deal.